Okay, so it seems like there's even more big news in regards to VTubers like Mori Calliope, who have been kind of stepping up in terms of collaborations and actually, doing some really cool stuff that seems to keep on getting better and better and better. And yeah, obviously, if you guys didn't know, recently we covered the fact that Mori Calliope was doing the opening for Gachiakuta whenever it dropped, and that was amazing. A lot of people really enjoyed it, and they even included that song within the fight scenes as well, some of the fight scenes as well. I think it was only one of them, but again, it was really, really cool to see, and obviously it means a lot for a lot of VTubers in terms of, them collaborating with big anime and big IPs to create songs and to create different pieces of art, to, kind of further promote VTubers as a whole and show that, they do have a lot of talent whenever it comes to, being able to do stuff like anime openings. And well, it seems like it got even better with it recently being announced that she would be doing the opening theme for Patlabor. I think that's how you said Patlabor, Patlabor, EZY. Releasing very soon. You can hear some of the song here. I'm so very honored, and obviously, yeah, this is within the trailer that they obviously released for it. So yeah, that was the trailer there, and obviously it sounds really good, right? I think that the song, obviously you guys could tell it came in like halfway through. It sounds good, right? It sounds very different to some of the stuff that Mori Calliope usually does, but it still sounds amazing, right? And I think that obviously it's very exciting to see her collaborating with such a large anime. Obviously Patlabor is a old, I'm pretty sure like an old anime, and now this is like a redoing of it, or like another series of it, which again I think is great. And obviously you got Mori Collab here as well, actually speaking on their channel.
Mina-san! Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's me, Mori Calliope, virtual singer and songwriter, here to announce that I will be doing the opening theme for Kidou Keisatsu Patlabor EZY! Yay! そうですね、日本語話せるけど、
And obviously she goes Nihongo mode, so yeah, obviously we'll skip that. But yeah, essentially a lot of people have been talking about this, saying Mori will be singing the OP for Patlabor EZY, and that's the opening theme by Mori Calliope, and they say this is how I found out there's no new Patlabor in the works. New Ghost of the Show and new Patlabor this year. That's awesome, bro. Same. What the hell? Now I'm hyped. Is it anime industry really woke up and chose nostalgia, resurrection mode? New Patlabor and Ghost in the Show in the same year feels suspiciously generous. Like, what is the catch here? Which obviously, yeah, a lot of people are very excited for that. They're saying, holy shit, that's cool. Good for dad. VTuber fans and Mecha fans, the VTuber and Mecha enjoyer, I could say we're eating good this year. And yeah, I think it has been a very, very good year in terms of VTubers and in terms of collaborating with a lot of big anime. Obviously, we talked about Mori Calliope and Gachiakuta, but recently it was also announced that Fuwamoco would also be doing a, anime ending for Reborn as a vending machine. Now I Wander the Dungeon, which obviously, if you guys haven't seen that, that's the weird anime where the dude turns into a literal vending machine. Which I thought was pretty crazy. But yeah, obviously lots of people have been paying attention to that. And yeah, they seem to be doing a song for that too, which is crazy, right? And I'm sure this is down to how Hololive have a lot of connections and stuff. And I think that is 100% one of the big reasons as to how, they're able to get so many opportunities, as well as obviously their talent. Obviously their talent brings in a lot of, eyes. But I think Hololive as well, being a big company, a reputable company to work with, I think that, of course, it kind of makes anime companies feel a bit more at ease, because yeah, like I could understand maybe not wanting to collaborate with like a indie VTuber, indie English VTuber or something like that, because they have their management, whereas Hololive is obviously like a Japanese company, right? And other Japanese companies like to prefer to work with other Japanese companies, so yeah, it just gives them that little bit of a comfort, I guess, whenever it comes to working with companies like Hololive. So yeah, that's very, very good as well. And it seems like, yeah, these two will be dropping soon. But it is just a, huge step forwards for VTubers in general, and in terms of collaborating with anime and different mediums like this, because it's just great. It's great to see, and obviously it boosts the popularity not only of the VTuber, but of the animes and stuff as well, because a lot of fans go over there and watch these shows. It also seems like as well, Hololive have also been nominated for certain awards too. There's actually 4 being nominated here at the Music Awards in Japan, with obviously Best Digital Culture Artist being Suisei, and then obviously Best Music Video being Mori Calliope, and then Best Digital Culture Artist again. Okay, so they're against each other, I guess. Flow Glow, and then Best Digital Culture Artist as well, Aski, which is really, really cool to see. And a lot of people have been saying, hijacking my comment from the Holosub, these are not nominations. The way the award works, this is more akin to a shortlist of people who are eligible. Oh, okay. So they haven't necessarily been nominated, but they're on a shortlist, so they could be nominated in the future, which again would be very, very cool to see. But hey, we'll have to wait and see what goes on with that. And of course, it is just a huge year, I guess, for Hololive, right? Because they've been, a very long-standing company, right, in terms of VTubing and in terms of their talents. And I do think that a lot of them are now actually having some real big success in terms of, finding, musical success, or even just other stuff in terms of film or whatever. And obviously we recently had the Suisei stuff as well, right? Suisei has been really popping off, especially with that concert. There's been a lot of people looking at that and, actually appreciating it, which I thought was really cool. As well as obviously she was added into Fortnite, which obviously is the biggest thing out of all of this. I mean, why talk about all of this other stuff? Well, we could talk about the fact that she's got a bundle in Fortnite. Like, I do think it is quite funny, but yeah, a lot of people have been downloading that and actually replaying Fortnite because of Suisei. And I think that has actually kind of pushed them on to create more collaborations with VTubers in the future, obviously with their first Kizna Eye collab and now Suisei. So I'm really excited to see what really happens in the future with that, and if they get more Hololive members, if they get other VTubers, more indie VTubers obviously as well, that'd be really cool. But I guess we'll have to wait and see if that happens too. But it just kind of goes to show you how many collaborations and stuff are going around in the space now, and it seems like this is definitely a massive upgrade, right? I think I think there's a lot more collabs coming in than there was previously, and not just for Hololive, for VTubers in general, right? There's been so many different amazing things, like so much to the point where I can't even fit it all into my head, right? Even with like indie and VTubers as well, they've been doing some pretty cool collaborations. Obviously, I must have been doing stuff with like Warframe and whatever, which I thought was really cool, as well as, there's been so many great achievements, outside of that too. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about that because I thought that, Mori Calliope does kind of pave the way forwards for VTubers to be doing openings and endings. I think it's already starting to catch on with people like Fuwamoco now also kind of taking place in that as well. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this, because again, I'm very excited, to see what you guys have to say. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameSups, use my code Kazo, get 10% off. Again, they got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.